guys, how's it going? Today's video is going to be a tutorial. I don't know about you guys, but I have been super inspired by all of this blue makeup that I've been seeing recently, and it's all kind of coming from KKW Beauty from Kim Kardashian. She released a palette that has this beautiful cobalt blue eyeshadow in it, and I wanted to get in on this kind of trend without having to purchase her palette. So if you would like to see how I did this blue look, which I surprisingly enjoy. You guys know me, I'm a very neutral type of person, but I think this is really fun and nice to kind of change it up. So yeah, I think we should just jump on into it. All right, to prime my face, I'm taking the Maybelline Master Prime. This is just a super lightweight hydrating primer, and I really like it. And then for foundation, I'm taking the Maybelline Superstay, and I'm mixing in some of this L'Oreal Lumi Glotion just to give the foundation a little bit more radiance. To conceal my under eye area, I'm taking the NYX Gotcha Cover Concealer and just taking the teeniest little bit, as you can see, applying it to the deepest part of my under eye, bag, hollow situation, and then blending that in with a beauty blender. Whatever's kind of left over on the sponge, I like to apply to my eyelid area and also around my nose. Now, I don't need to set that Superstay foundation, but I do want to be setting my under eye area, so I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me powder and just putting that a nice little light dusting underneath my eyes and also onto my eyelids to set that for my eyeshadow. And then for bronzer, I'm taking the Lancome Sunswept bronzer. You guys know I love this stuff. I love the tone of it. It's warm, but it doesn't look orange. So I'm putting that on my cheeks, on my neck, my forehead, etc., etc. For both my blush and highlight, I'm taking this palette from Maybelline. This is such a well-loved palette for me. I am mixing those two middle shades because I like the shade it creates. It almost is slightly kind of cool toned. And then the highlighter is absolutely beautiful. It has a nice pink undertone to it, which I think will be flattering with our blue situation we're about to be doing. I'm filling in my eyebrows quickly using a pencil from NYX. So I'm starting off with this little single eyeshadow from L'Oreal. I am just putting that into my crease area using a big fluffy brush. I've talked about this eyeshadow so many times. I believe it's called 304 Matte, and it's just the perfect transition shade for my particular skin tone. So just use whatever transition shade works best for you. And I am going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. I'm going into that darker, whoa, I cannot talk. I'm going into that darker brown shade. I believe it's called Whiskey. And I'm just actually placing that into my crease, but also all over my lid area. I find that putting a darker shadow down first before you go in with the NYX Prismatic eyeshadows really just helps them to pop. And I'm also layering a little bit of that deeper gray shade in there just to make it a little bit more cool toned. I'm actually now going to jump down to my lower lash line. I'm placing this black eyeliner in my waterline, but also smudging it into my actual eyelashes as well. Now for the best part. This NYX eyeshadow is in the shade Blue Jeans, and I'm just starting by tapping it on it to my eyelid just to get a little bit of the product down first, just using my finger. I love the way the prismatic eyeshadows apply using a finger. But then I'm going to be using this flat kind of shader brush to go into my crease area. You guys can see that I have a very small amount of lid space on my actual like movable eyelid area. So I find to get into that crease area, I like to use a brush like this. I'm going back into that gray shade with a little pencil brush and ever so carefully just right along where I placed the blue shade, I'm just blending this in a little bit. I don't want this to be a cut crease look or anything like that because quite frankly, I don't know how to do that, guys. but I'm just blending that in ever so slightly. And then I'm also, after this, going to go back into the Blue Jeans shade and just blend that on my lower lash line, and just kind of blend that black shadow in, so it's just kind of like smoky and smudgy. And yeah, I'm into it, guys. I, at this point, was like, okay, I think this is coming together. So I, again, on the other eye, just kind of smudging that in, and I'm taking it almost all the way into my inner corner. I am now using the matte vanilla shade from the Urban Decay Smoky palette just to highlight my inner corner area, and I think the matte highlight really complemented the shimmery blue that we had going on. I then applied some mascara. Okay guys, my camera is just blowing it over here, but I did my mascara and I also put on my lip products. I used the Powder Puff Lippy from NYX in the shade Best Buds. It's just this kind of like peachy nude type of shade. Hello, there we are. And then I also layered on top of it this Lancome Gloss in Love in the shade 312. So this is the finished look, guys, and I really like it. This eyeshadow from NYX is so cool, and I think this is just a really nice way to kind of get on board with this whole kind of like blue trend that is happening. And yeah, this eyeshadow makes it super easy. You definitely don't need the Naked Smoky palette. You could use any sort of matte eyeshadow palette that you already own. But yeah, this little guy, Blue Jeans, I really am into it. So that wraps up today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing something a little bit different from me. And yeah, I hope you guys all have an amazing week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.